Kevin Brady formed an institution that is primed to compete directly with Africa's biggest stock exchange, yes, the JSE. Kevin is now in studio with us to tell us more about A2X. Kevin, I must ask you, A2X, what is that? What does it stand for? How did the name come about?
Good morning. Look, when we started the process, you've got to start off by trying to find a name, and ultimately it stands for an alternative exchange. So it's kind of AAX, and then we said, well, there's two A's and an X, and that's really where it comes from.
Yeah. Let's talk about the process. How far are you? You did submit in May.
Correct.
So where are we now?
Okay, so effectively we started the process about a year ago. It's quite the application is quite a detailed process. It really is a blueprint of how you're going to run an exchange. We submitted at the end of May to the Financial Services Board, and at the moment we are going through the process with the FSB, and they've been both constructive and there's been good dialogue with them. Look, it can be up to a 6-month process, so at this point in time, we've still got a couple of months to go.
Yeah. About how many? When can we expect you up and running?
Well, we're hopeful that we'll have clarity by the end of this year in terms of an exchange license or a conditional license, as they refer to it. Once we've got the license, we can pull the trigger on a lot of the investments, so the implementation part of the exchange, and that'll take 6 to 9 months. So you can expect us to be up and running, assuming everything goes smoothly, in the second half of 2016.
Kevin, so head-to-head with Africa's biggest stock exchange, can you do it? What are you bringing to the party here?
Look, it's a daunting thought, and as we refer to it, it's a very high mountain with a rocky road. Nevertheless, the way we've looked at it is, first of all, we saw the new Financial Market Act, or the FMA, come in 2012, 2013, and that opened up the scope for competition. And we believe there's a combination of factors that allow us to do this. One is the change in the regulation. Secondly, we think we've seen an advance in technology. So modern technology nowadays allows us to do things a lot cheaper and along with best practice. And then the key is to find the right team of skills, the right people at the right time, from funders to technology partners to the team actually doing the work. And I think if you bring that all together, it's very possible.
Let's talk about those two things. Efficiencies with costs, so does that mean that going through you would lead to lower costs? And number two, who are your partners?
Sure. Look, the way we've positioned ourselves is we said that we've applied for an exchange license with an infrastructure to clear. Okay, but we've styled our model on what they call the MTF model in Europe, which is a multilateral trading facility. Okay, which means that you have a primary exchange where the listings happen, but you can trade in the secondary market in various venues. So like in the UK, you can trade, your primary listing might be on the LSE, but you can trade on BATS or Aqueous or Turquoise. You have a choice of where you want to trade. So going back to your question, by using that type of a model, we believe we can bring in a high-performance platform. We can offer members choice, and yes, we can reduce costs materially.
Materially?
Look, what we've been communicating is somewhere between 30 and 50%, depending on the broker.
Okay.
I mean, to give you an idea, in Australia, which is a very similar market to South Africa, you had ASX, the incumbent, they had a new entrant called TriX, and before TriX even opened, direct fees, transaction fees, were reduced by almost 50%.
Okay, looking forward to that. Partners?
Okay, so partners in a couple of ways. First of all, funding partners. You need to make sure you've got the right mix of skills, and we're happy to disclose, there's two key partners in this. One is Ashley Mendelowitz. He was the founder and CEO of Peresis, which then became Iris. He left at the end of last year. And then Sean Milnick. He was the founder of Peregrine, and then he's the current non-executive chairman, although I must stress that they're both involved in their individual capacities. So they both build businesses, one in finance, one in technology. And then from a technology point of view, we partnered up with Aqueous. Aqueous is an exchange in the UK. They launched in October 2013, led by Alistair Haynes, the prior CEO of TriX. And they've developed a platform trading across 12 European markets. So they bring incredible experience in terms of the actual platform trading engine, or the matching engine referred to it, as well as surveillance technology. And surveillance technology is actually vital in terms of ensuring you have a clean and orderly market.
Okay, and keeping the consumer safe, or the investor safe.
100%. I mean, you need to add confidence. So the way we've looked at it, we've using best of breed, so the Aqueous surveillance technology, which follows obviously the FCA requirements in terms of market abuse regulation. And it's top-end stuff.
Well, I can't wait to touch base with you again. Maybe the end of the year you can tell us how far you are. Next year you'll be up and running.
Cool.
Kevin, thanks so much. There was Kevin Brady. He's the co-founder and chief executive of A2X.